May 25th, 2026. The primary operational concern today is a broad corridor of convective weather and embedded IFR stretching from Texas and the lower Mississippi Valley through the Ohio Valley into parts of the mid-Atlantic, while the western states remain dominated by marine stratus, mountain turbulence, and gusty thermal-driven winds. The main routing impacts today center on repeated thunderstorm development along a slow frontal boundary east of the plains and persistent low ceilings along portions of the Pacific coast. Crews should expect reroutes around convection from Houston and Dallas northeast toward Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, and western Pennsylvania, with wet runways, holding fuel considerations, and periodic flow constraints developing through the day. Along the West Coast, the larger-scale pattern remains comparatively stable under weak troughing and onshore flow. But the operational challenge shifts to coastal marine layers and terrain-driven wind fields. Seattle, Portland, and the Bay Area continue to deal with morning MVFR to IFR stratus pushing inland through gaps and river valleys before gradual afternoon improvement, while Southern California airports from Los Angeles to San Diego hold on to the usual low cloud deck near the coast, with terrain obscuration around the coastal ranges early. Across the Great Basin and Rockies, daytime heating and increasing southwest flow are supporting moderate turbulence near and downwind of higher terrain from Utah into Colorado and northern New Mexico, with occasional virga and high-based buildups producing erratic outflow winds around Denver, Albuquerque, and the western high plains. East of the Rockies, the synoptic setup is defined by a stalled frontal zone interacting with deep Gulf moisture and weak disturbances moving along the boundary. That keeps repeated rounds of showers and thunderstorms active from East Texas through Arkansas, western Tennessee, and the lower Ohio Valley. Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, Shreveport, Memphis, and Nashville all sit near the corridor where convective redevelopment may repeatedly impact arrival gates and departure routing, especially where boundaries left behind by earlier convection locally enhance lift and wind shear. Further north into Chicago, Indianapolis, Cleveland, and western New York, conditions are more scattered but still unsettled with periods of lower ceilings, rain-cooled air, and isolated thunderstorms capable of brief turbulence and visibility drops along major north-south routes. The northeast remains largely under cooler post-frontal air, with lower ceilings and scattered showers from Pennsylvania into New England, especially across terrain-favored areas of upstate New York and northern New England, where upslope flow maintains occasional mountain obscuration. Along the southeast coast, deeper moisture and sea breeze interactions are driving scattered convection from coastal Georgia through the Carolinas and across much of Florida. Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, and Miami all carry the potential for pulse-type afternoon thunderstorms with localized heavy rain, gusty outflow winds, and short-notice runway configuration changes. Across much of the country today, the atmosphere is moisture-rich but only modestly forced, so the operational theme becomes scattered but persistent weather rather than one organized severe line, making tactical deviations and fuel flexibility more important than large-scale route shutdowns. That's the National Aviation weather picture for today. If this briefing helps your flight planning, consider subscribing for the daily operational outlook. Have the best flight, and we'll see you tomorrow.